Hi Brad, this is Jim Gillis with Win My Vote, and thanks so much for getting back to me today. So this is the Win My Vote ballot, and the way it works is that voters are free. They sign up with just an email address or social media account, and without entering any personal information, just a zip code, we can create for them their own account with their own online interactive sample ballot for their upcoming elections. And it's also more than just an interactive ballot. Here I can check on my voter registration status. I can apply to vote by mail or vote absentee. I can check on my polling place. So I can enter my address in here, find my polling place. It'll give me a nice map and turn-by-turn directions, even the hours of the polling place. I can reference important information about this election, like when and where early voting starts. I can add this to any one of my online calendars, so I can get reminders in my own calendars. We at Win My Vote also send out reminders, but only a few, only on important dates. I can print out my favorites or print out my ballots. I can walk into the polling place with it, or I can obviously access it, on my cell phone or tablet or anything like that. I can share on social media, so if I have a candidate that I really like, I can share his profile on social media. I can also create a group. So if I wanted to start a group that was dads for stop signs at schools, I could do that, and then I could endorse candidates. And then I could share those with my friends and say, hey, add us as a trusted source on these issues or these propositions or these candidates. We've done all of our homework. You can check that out, and then select accordingly. And the way that the ballot works is that the candidates build their own profile. So they build their own profile in the same way that they would build an online dating profile or a LinkedIn profile or their Facebook page. And it's real simple to do. I'm sort of in an admin hybrid mode. So you can see this is how they do it. They just click on these little edit buttons. So they just hover over what they want to build or change or edit. And then they can choose different images and information. They can click on see full bio. If they wanted to change the bio, then they just click on this little edit button, and then they could do that right there. And they can add links or images or videos or whatever they want to do. And as a voter, I can hear directly from the candidate.
Today, Americans need a champion, and I want to be that champion. So you can do more than just get by. You can get ahead and stay ahead.
I can also see groups and individuals and organizations and parties that endorse this candidate. And I can scroll through here, and let's say if I was a member of the AFL-CIO, or if my dad was, or if my friend was, and I said, hey, you know what, I really like those guys. They do a lot of research. Let's hear what they have to say. I can click right here and listen to their endorsement.
For the better part of a year, I've been talking about the dangerous and divisive Republican nominee for president. Today, I'm not even going to mention his name, because the case for Hillary Clinton stands on its own. See, the president...
and let's say, I say that's great, I want to favorite this candidate. I can favorite the candidate here if I want, and then when I go back to my ballot, you can see that the candidate moved into the first position, the nameplate turned green, so I can easily see it on my cell phone or tablet. And I can also see a percentages here. Now the percentage is the percentage of favorites that are on this ballot, which is fun for voters to to do. And if you really want to get involved, you can. It may change the way that you forward or share a candidate's profile if you're really want to get into it. But most importantly, these numbers can be seen by the candidates themselves. So the candidate can build a profile, reach out to thousands of voters, invite them to Win My Vote, tell them it's totally free. They can sign up. They can see all the candidates. Give me 5 minutes, and if you like what I have to say, favorite me. And now the candidate can really track that. They can track how they're doing on the campaign. And one of the other nice things about it is that if let's say if Gary John, or let's say if Zoltan reached out to me and I was really impressed with his message and who he is, I could favorite him and then move on, right? And then I'm moving on. I'm doing other candidates. I'm looking at other races. I'm going through the hideous number of propositions and measures that we had in 2016. But when it comes time to to get ready to go vote, I don't have to try to remember Zoltan's name. I can see that he's the guy that I favorited. I can print it out. I can do whatever. I can go back to the polling place, go get the directions, and go vote for him. So the way that parties work, we really haven't done a good flushed out party page. We're still dealing with that right now at the feature level. So that will be coming out in the next couple of months. Right now parties just act as groups, or what we call trusted sources, and I'll show you what one of those look like. So this would be a trusted source, right? It's a group page, and this is probably not a good example of one because they haven't done much to it. So we'll use the same one that we used before, the AFL-CIO. So this is what the group page looks like. They have a main message here, and then some issue statements here that they wanted to address, specifically. I can see all of their endorsements here. Let's say if they've endorsed these two guys. And again, this is just a demo ballot, so that's why you're seeing that. But I can, then I've already selected them as a trusted source. But if I hadn't, you'd see a star there, and I would select them as a trusted source so that I would be able to see them on my ballot. This acts the same way that a Facebook page would act, but the big difference is that you get to see all the endorsements that this group is endorsing, and when they do, again, it's right on my ballot, so I don't have to worry about trying to remember it or anything. And from a group or party, the way that you make endorsements is real simple as well. I guess I should, let's see if I can zero those out. But let's say if you wanted to endorse Gavin Newsom in California for governor. So you'd choose California, you'd start typing in Gavin Newsom, you select as an endorsement, and then you say, yep, I want to do a video or a written endorsement, and then you can do a cut and paste YouTube URL there for the video endorsement, or you can do a written endorsement here, and you can do all sorts of stuff with it. Embed links or embed images or even embed videos down in this and make it as elaborate as you want, or you can just leave it as an endorsement like that, and it will still appear as an endorsement but nothing written or video. But the thing I want to talk with you guys about most is a couple things. One is that we are creating a new party page, so it's going to be much different than a group page. But as of right now, we'd love to get you guys a group page, and you guys can, manage it real simply on yourself. You can make endorsements if you guys like candidates now. But moving forward, we'd like to talk with you about, a structured effort to reach out to candidates, whether they're either running as independents now, or, unhappy Democrats or Republicans or whatever it may be. This can act as a database of candidates that you can then reach out to and say, we really like you, we're going to endorse you, we'd like to talk with you about, an endorsement, and vice versa. They can also reach out to you, for your endorsement, and I can talk with you about those features that are being rolled out as well. We really see it as a way where it becomes sort of everything politics, and so you can imagine the tentacles that this thing can grow in lots of different directions. Again, this is just a real early kind of beta, first attempt, at how this thing works. Anyway, hope that helps. I would love to talk with you, and very inspired right now from the third party kind of, or new party rumblings. I know that Mark Cuban is now, I've known for a while that he's been thinking about the presidency. I think a lot of people are, now that they've seen Donald Trump win it, they figure, look, if he can win it, anyone can win it. So I think it's a great time. I don't think that Mark Cuban is a Republican or a Democrat. I think he's a different type of candidate, and he may be, a perfect test case for a new type of party. Now, whether it's your party or a different type of party, who knows? But I do see sort of a groundswell of maybe a lot of different sort of third party type of groups getting together and saying, hey, we're more like each other than we are like the Democrats or the Republicans. So let's all get behind one candidate because he's most like us, that kind of a thing. But anyway, I'll talk with you about that in person, hopefully, or over the phone or something. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.